Hey everybody, I'm Stacy Lyn and I'm here making bananas foster today. I am so glad to be making this. I love this dessert. It's pretty fast, but there's a couple of things that you need to know about it. And I've already melted this butter really slow, and I've been careful to make sure that the butter did not break. I'm adding in brown sugar with some cinnamon. So it's about a cup of brown sugar to about a teaspoon of cinnamon, but I did double here because I'm making a lot more than that. So I'm just going to stir this around in here and get it nice and incorporated, and make sure that the brown sugar is melted into the butter before I add the next step. So if you want to see something that I did yesterday that was a disaster, this is what happens when you melt your butter too fast, too quickly. And I'm keeping it on the very lowest setting as I allow this right now to melt. And it's going to take a few minutes. It takes a little bit longer than you think it should, because you're like, what is wrong with this? But it'll end up being really silky and smooth in the end. It's worth the time. Don't try to hurry it, and don't try to get that butter melted too fast. It just needs to be on the very lowest setting, and you just need to stir it around, making sure that it doesn't melt. So, hey Millie, I was gonna see if you can stir this really good while I cut the bananas. Do you mind? Yeah, this is very impromptu. Don't you want to, please? It'll be great. You don't have to say anything. She's not gonna say anything. All right, come on in. Okay, all right. Here you go. And just stir that to just keep it, because I just want all of that to melt. So now I'm going to cut my bananas, and I have a little bit of rum here, about a quarter of a cup. And yesterday I put too much in it. I wanted to see what would happen, but it wasn't good. Anyway, I mean, well, it was kind of good, but it was a little rummy. But so I'm getting my bananas, and we like to have them just right. I don't like them to be, I don't like them to have the brown spots, but I don't like them to be ripe. I mean, unripe for sure. And so I'm just going to cut them lengthwise down the middle. And then we have a good amount of people today that we're going to be serving, so I'm going to cut them in half as well. Sometimes I don't do that because I know that they may, break in the liquid here, and so I don't end up doing anything. Or in the caramel sauce, which is so good, y'all. It is so delicious. It's just, the key is to go really, really slow. So I was going to tell y'all, I have had a couple of neat changes in my life here in the recent days. And so I have, from my oldest son, he's married and been married, I guess about a year and a half or so. Anyway, he's having a baby, so I'm excited about that. So soon to be, I will be a grand, and I'm going to be called Big Mama, which is going to be really fun. And I had a great grandmother that was called Big Mama, and I think that it's going to be just a really cool name. And if the baby will call me that, you never know what they're going to come up with. And then I have another son that is engaged, and so I'm really excited about that. That happened this past week, and I'm super excited. I want y'all to come on the camera too. Will y'all come on the camera? This is so great. Yeah, Becca, you have to too. And just say, hey, come on. They're not going to come. This is so bad. Y'all, come on. Okay, well, we'll bring the camera to you. It's going to be so great. Okay, so this is Rebecca and Forrest. And she's having the baby. Of course, not him. And then the newlywed couple is over here. And so, or not newlyweds, they're actually engaged. I don't want to go too fast. I hope this is not separating. That's not separating, is it? Okay, I think it's good. Let me have it for a minute. I'm just going to go just a little bit faster in here and see if that works. I think it's working. I don't see, it doesn't look like that. It looks like it's pretty much dissolving to me. I'm going to let it go for about 30 more seconds. But this is going to give you a good idea of how long this takes to get melted. Okay? All right, I'll let you keep doing that. We're going to show them. All right, come on over here. Okay, just for a quick second. Okay, go really fast. Okay, there they are. Aren't they adorable? Okay, all right. They made me go over there. Can you believe that? Okay. So now I'm gonna add the cream. So I'm adding about a cup of cream to this. All right, and I'm gonna add it slowly. Okay, and you just keep on stirring. And this is gonna be so luscious. So luscious and so delicious. Very good, and I still have it on low. So we're just gonna keep it going and keep it going. And I'm gonna go ahead and finish these bananas. Okay, so this has been an exciting week for me because of all of these changes. And just so you know, we have dinner over here, like on Monday nights, and then we have it on Sundays after church. And so I've been trying out a whole lot of new recipes that I'm gonna be giving to y'all for when you do entertain or just for your family. So it's gonna be great. I've got, like today, we did a really neat Italian dish that I thought turned out pretty good. It was a new kind of thing. And I sauteed some shrimp and some sauce and some sausage together, got that done. And then I put in some julienne tomatoes, and actually they were dried tomatoes in oil. And then I put in some tomato sauce that I had made, or you can get Bertinelli, I think is what it's called, at the store. And then some cream, and it was just delicious. And it just didn't take very long to do at all. It was so good. And then some bow tie pasta, and it turned out great. This looks good, y'all. Look at how smooth that looks. Oh, you did such a good job. I was able to talk and do my bananas, and you were able to do this. I think I can handle it from here, unless you want to say something to them. You got something to say?
Hello.
Goodbye. Thank you for helping. Okay. All right. So now I'm just going to put these bananas right down in here and let them go for about probably 2 to 3 minutes. And I can put up the heat at this point. Not a lot, but I can bring it up just a hair to where it's like medium low. So I'm just going to place these right down in here. And hey, will one of y'all get the ice cream and so that and like kind of scoop me out a humongous scoop? I think it's in there in the laundry room in a y'all know where it's at. Yeah, thanks. Okay, and we have some outside, I think, if we don't have any in there. Yes, but it's okay. Everybody knows it's family. You leaving?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, so we have some land that we just planted. Yesterday, my oldest son and my husband planted the garden out there. So we grew seeds, or, we grew plants from seedlings. And so it was time to transplant them. It was a big day yesterday. I didn't get to go out there because I had to finish a book that I'm writing. And so I finished the book, or at least finished the first pass of that. And I was excited about that. That's not looking very good. So, getting all the pictures where they go. And it's going to be a Southern cookbook. And actually, this recipe is going to be in there, but it won't be coming out until next year. So, the beginning of 2024. But I don't really mind that. I need it to be kind of slow for a little while because I'm going to be having a new grandbaby and then a wedding and all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to be needing to be available for that. So I'm all good that it's going to be a little while, and I'm going to keep sharing incredible recipes for y'all. And this one is so good. You just would not believe how good this is. And then we have like some Butterfinger ice cream in there that would also be really good with this, but I think we're just going to use plain vanilla if we have some, which I'm sure hoping that we do, because this isn't going to be good without ice cream. So, well, it is, but not as good. And the other thing you can do with this, you can put this like on a pound cake, and it would be delicious. And then put ice cream on top of that. It would just be so, so incredibly good. So I'm going to just keep that in here. I'm going to turn the heat up just a little bit. I see it bubbling on the sides right there, and that's fine. So, but you just have to make sure that everything comes up to temperature together in a very slow manner, or you're going to end up with a mess. And there's no bringing that back. If you want to try to bring that back, I don't suggest it. So if it's like all crinkly, the butter, separated, and then it's all like this and gritty. There's just nothing that you can do about that. Okay. So did we have some? Oh, they got it for me. They already got it scooped and everything. Y'all, very good. Okay. All right, so then all that's left really of this recipe is to let it continue to, these to soften just a little bit. And I don't like them totally mushy, but I do want the flavor to go all the way through the bananas. Actually, we have to put we've got to put in the rum. So that is the next step. And then the next step will be eating it. So right after the rum goes in and the alcohol kind of cooks out of it, you're ready to go. All right, so here we go. All right, this is getting good. And I just test to see if the bananas are done by just, touching them with my spoon here. And if it goes in really good, then I know it's ready. Not really, just kind of, if it dents the way that I want it to. I don't want it just as hard as when it went into this. Okay, turn this around just a little bit because I'm going to be shaking that in a few minutes. So you'll want the handle to be out here. You'll also want a handle that isn't going to be really hot, because if you have a really, really hot handle, you won't be able to shake it when you put in the liquor. Okay? All right, so I'm going to just keep these going for just a minute more. And all the kids are over there waiting and talking about the arrangements, the wedding arrangements. That's been really, really fun to do. Okay. So Scott usually ignites the rum, so we're going to see how I do. All right. There we go. So that works beautifully. Okay. All right, so now we're really done. So I'm going to turn this off, and I am going to plate this up. This is going to be so good. All right, so I like to go ahead and put your ice cream in the bowl, and then just spoon this, put one or two, kind of like a banana split or something. Scott and I had this on our honeymoon, and the guy came and did this tableside, and it was so good. All right, or you could, if you wanted to, just do it from this pan itself. And you could just put all the ice cream down right in the middle and just tell everybody to come and help themselves. So there this is, and I'm excited to eat this. It's going to be so amazing, and I hope you will make this at your house. So the recipe is either down in the text or in the link that I'll give you in this text. I'll talk to you later. Please subscribe.